Prologue. It was a September morning, hazy with late summer, and now with all the years between. Mother was seeing me off at Dearborn Station in Chicago. We'd come in a taxicab because of my trunk. But Mother would ride back home on the L. There wasn't much more than a nickel in her purse, and only a sandwich for the train in mine. My ticket had pretty well cleaned us out. The trunk, a small one, held every stitch of clothes I had and 2 or 3 things of Mother's that fit me. "Try not to grow too fast," she murmured. "But anyway, skirts are shorter this year." Then we couldn't look at each other. I was 15, and I'd been growing like a weed. My shoes from Easter gripped my feet. A billboard across from the station read, "Wasn't the Depression awful?" This was to make us think that the hard times were past. But now in 1937 a recession had brought us low again. People were beginning to call it the Roosevelt recession. Dad lost his job, so we'd had to give up the apartment. He and Mother were moving into a light housekeeping room. They could get it for $7 a week with kitchen privileges, but it was only big enough for the 2 of them. My brother Joe, had been taken on by the Civilian Conservation Corps to plant trees out west. That left me, Mary Alice. I wished I was 2 years older and a boy. I wished I was Joey. But I wasn't. So I had to go down to live with Grandma Dowdle till we could get on our feet as a family again. It meant I'd have to leave my school. I'd have to enroll in the Hicktown school where Grandma lived. Me, a city girl, in a town that didn't even have a picture show. It meant I'd be living with Grandma. No telephone, of course. And the attic was spooky and stuffy, and you had to go outdoors to the privy. Nothing modern. Everything as old as Grandma. Some of it older. Now they were calling the train, and my eyes got blurry. Always before, Joey and I had gone to Grandma's for a week in the summer. Now it was just me, and at the other end of the trip, Grandma. Mother gave me a quick squeeze before she let me go, and I could swear I heard her murmur, "Better you than me." She meant Grandma. Rich Chicago Girl. Oh, didn't I feel sorry for myself when the Wabash Railroad's Bluebird train steamed into Grandma's town. The sandwich was still crumbs in my throat because I didn't have the dime for a bottle of pop. They wanted a dime for pop on the train. My trunk thumped out onto the platform from the baggage car ahead. There I stood at the end of the world with all I had left. Bootsy and my radio. Bootsy was my cat, with a patch of white fur on each paw. She'd traveled in a picnic hamper. Bootsy had come from down here 2 summers ago when she was a kitten. Now she was grown but scrawny. She'd spent the trip trying to claw through the hamper. She didn't like change any more than I did. My portable radio was in my other hand. It was a Philco with a leatherette cover and handle. Portable radios weighed 10 pounds in those days. As the train pulled out behind me, there came Grandma up the platform steps. My goodness, she was a big woman. I'd forgotten. And taller still with her spidery old umbrella held up to keep off the sun of high noon. A fan of white hair escaped the big bun on the back of her head. She drew nearer till she blotted out the day. You couldn't call her a welcoming woman.